Good morning. In episode 2 of this series at Epping, I spoke about travelling to the other end of the Central Line, the longest journey you can take to take you to the end, the western end of the Central Line at West Ruislip. That's exactly what I'm doing here in episode 4 of End of the Line. The Central Line up to West Ruislip is at the end of the line in Zone 6. It was built out to here in 1948. And including the two already on the Met, it gave Ruislip 5 stations with that name in them. Central Line trains actually pass over the Met here on the approach to West Ruislip. There's no handy interchange, but there might be a secret connection which we'll get to in a moment.
The next station is West Ruislip, where this train terminates.
The station itself isn't that impressive to look at, but there are worse on the network, and it's oddly located halfway in between Ruislip itself and Ickenham, which is just down the road, and we'll take a walk there shortly. On the approach, look out on the left for the large Ruislip depot. You can sometimes spot the old 1962 stock Central Line train here that's being used as a Sandite train. And West Ruislip is just a simple island platform, 2 tracks for 2 trains either side, and the line goes no further. Or does it? So on platform 2 here, you can see there is a light and the tracks run out. But go over to platform 1, the tracks here, they carry on, they keep on going. And for a better view of how they keep on going, we'll exit the station and have a look from the road bridge. Yep, cross the road, look north, and you'll see where the track goes a little further and could have kept on going, running alongside the Chiltern main lines. And that's because the Central Line should to this day have 2 more stations, one called Harefield Road and another at Denham, which is where the expansion was planned to run to. But work on the extension was postponed during the Second World War, a bit like the Northern Heights was cancelled on the Northern Line. And afterwards, Greenbelt legislation stopped it from happening altogether. There is also a lot of HS2 works taking place just here, which wasn't here the last time I came through. I'll go and have a quick look at that in a second. I think one of the portals, tunnel in, tunnel out, pops up here at West Ruislip. There's a lot of HS2 work taking place right next to the station. Now West Ruislip is the end of the line, but only if you're an underground train. Did you know it's also a national rail station? So West Ruislip has 2 platforms, 1 and 2 for the Central Line trains, but often overlooked and frequently forgot is the fact that West Ruislip, through these windows here, is also a national rail station, and there are platforms 3 and 4 where Chiltern trains call as well. Yes, Chiltern Railways run regular services heading south into London Marylebone and north to various destinations. However, the greatest way to get here on a Chiltern train is by using the now once a week, yes, it's a Wednesdays only, 11:17 service from West Ealing, and it goes just 1 stop to West Ruislip. If you're going to come and visit this station, why not arrive on the weekly Parliamentary Ghost train and then depart on the London Underground? It really does feel like the abandoned, forgotten part of West Ruislip, the lesser served national rail platforms to the side of the tube platforms. Great view from here, by the way, of the tube trains leaving. If you come to West Ruislip, make sure you check out the national rail platforms. Oh, and back out the front to the side of the station, there are some steps that take you down this side entrance down to the Chiltern side of the station. And oh look, when you get there, there's a car park. And I mention this because is anyone else starting to feel like the phrase car park is going to be the key phrase in this series? A bit like allotments was last time. Alright, time to go for a walk. I'm currently on the slightly windy walk between West Ruislip down here to Ickenham, which is less than a kilometre away, and this route is familiar to me because this is a tube challenge route. If you're trying to get around the whole network in one day, the connection between Ickenham to West Ruislip is definitely one that you would do on foot. What we'd often used to look out for though is the U1 bus, and there's 4 of those every hour, Strangely, there's another bus, the U10, but there's only like 8 of those a day. There's not even hourly, that's like every 90 minutes. But I note here today, because this is the first time I've come to West Ruislip for a while, there's a brand new bus route coming through here that connects between the two stations, and that's the 278. So if you're doing the Tube Challenge nowadays, look out for the 278 bus. But Ickenham approaches. And when you get here to Ickenham High Road by this roundabout, there's a row of shops, there's this lovely church, St Giles. I've been to a wedding there, seen my friends get married. And then over there, there's an old water pump from the 1860s. I'm fairly sure this might be the only end of the line tube station where you can come out, go for a quick walk and find a beautiful old water pump. Almost time for me to leave, but not before I've mentioned the fact that in the nearby depot there is also a piece of track in place which does look like it connects up the Central line through to the Metropolitan line. It has been suggested in the past that maybe the Central line could be diverted this way one day to go to Uxbridge instead. Don't expect that anytime soon though. And that is it. I am on my way back into town, leaving Zone 6, the end of the line here at West Ruislip. I hope this video inspires you to take your own trip to some of the extremities on the tube map, to the ends of the line. There's a whole playlist coming up. Press like, press subscribe if you like this sort of thing. Thanks for watching. Bye.